When Andrew Wiggins arrived in Golden State, his motive was questioned, his desire was doubted, and his future with the Warriors was dismissed. Now, head coach Steve Kerr has called the trade for Wiggins the key to reaching the NBA Finals. And after coming up huge in the two biggest games of his life, the former number one pick has Golden State a win away from the NBA title. Wiggins led the way for the win in Game 5 over the Celtics in a crucial game which mattered life or death for the Golden State Warriors, leading the Warriors not just in scoring but rebounding, defense, driving dunks, and even mean mugs for a quiet Canadian who has grown into the role, one that's helped the Warriors continue their dynasty and shifted narrative in these finals. Wiggins has been a good ad for the Warriors. Once Kevin Durant had decided to bowl for Brooklyn in 2019, it was the Warriors convincing Durant and the Nets to work his departure into a sign and trade for D'Angelo Russell that has made all the difference for Golden State. They turned around and dealt Russell for Wiggins, and as you can see now, the rest is history. Wiggins has come to be much more important to the Warriors' present, if not necessarily for their future, has not emerged to become a player who can lead a team to glory on his own, but he has become a very good supplementary piece when surrounded by stars and more dynamic players who can take the pressure off him. Simply put it, if Andrew Wiggins is on your team's best or second best player, they're probably not going to be very good. But if he's your third, fourth, or fifth option, things are looking much more promising if he's on your team. Though Wiggins has not transformed into a new player in the Bay, it's indigenous to say that nothing has changed. He has played both smarter and more aggressively since arriving in Golden State. He is more consistent and thoughtful as a defender than he ever was in Minnesota. To say of his tenacity he's shown as a rebounder, also the long twos have mostly vanished and replaced by catch and shoot threes. The reduced role means that the fat has been cut from his game, leaving only which he did well while playing in Minnesota. For Wiggins, it's a choice between getting yelled at by people on the internet for scoring an inefficient 20 points per game on a losing team, or scoring less and getting lauded for doing less on a contender. I would imagine that's an easy choice to make for most players. It's not that he did not do any of this in Minnesota, but that it was less meaningful in that context. Sometimes less is more. It's not surprising in the light of his pre-draft hype that Wiggins is an essential piece of a championship contender. What is surprising is how, even though he never quite became the player that many prognosticated originally imagined, being a vital cog of a finals team must be considered a success regardless. If the Warriors do take the championship trophy back to the Bay, Andrew Wiggins would be a major reason why. His path to becoming the player he is today was much more roundabout than initially expected, but some